Jim.
Good afternoon. My name is Jim Lighthizer, and I'm cold. I suspect you all are too. So I'll try to be reasonably brief. I'd like to tell you a story. Rogers Anderson, who I met, my gosh, about 10 years ago, 11 years ago. I've told this story before, so if you've heard it, try to forget that I told it to you, but I think it's appropriate to the day. About 12 years ago, I was in town. They asked me to come down here, and there were some folks in the 8 or 10 preservationists, battlefield preservationists, and they were complaining because the county was going to be building a library on the Battleground Academy grounds. And I'm a recovering politician, and I'm a former county mayor myself in Maryland, Anne Arundel County, Maryland. And so I went to the county mayor, Rogers Anderson, and I talked to him about it, and I said, you know, lots of battlefield is very, very important to the community, important to American heritage. And I remember him telling me, he said, Jim, we've been working on this, or the city has, for years now. We've had hearings and et cetera, and plans, and public knowledge what we're going to be doing. And nobody's really started raising Cain about this until now. And we've spent all this money, right, Rogers? I don't know if you remember that, but, you know, planning and getting public input. And he said these people never made it abundantly clear, as loud as you should, that they didn't want this and why. And I remember being frustrated because, as I said, I used to have Rogers' job in Maryland, and I've been on both sides of that table. And I went back, and I can't remember where it was, but it was around here somewhere. There was 8 or 10 of them in a room, and I said, you know something? I talked to the county mayor and talked to some other people in the city, et cetera, and you guys just ought to get out of preservation unless you get into politics, because you're just wasting your time and you're wasting mine. Thanked them kindly and left. And I didn't think I'd ever hear anything about Franklin except maybe an occasional newspaper article about something else getting paved over that was important to everybody in this gathering here again. And then I think about a year later, I read in the paper, I don't know if somebody sent it to me, that Sam Huffman, where is Sam here? Yeah, Sam had run up for city alderman or some office, and he lost. But I remember thinking that's not good that he lost, but it's good he got involved in the process. And if guys like him kept running, something good was going to happen. And then we're here today, and it's a near miracle when you think about what Franklin Charge has accomplished, what the citizens of this community have accomplished. I'm just telling you, and I've said this before behind your back, it's never been done scale, to my knowledge, of the history of this country, and that is a community taking back their national heritage after it had been paved over. I mean, it is truly remarkable. And the other thing I noticed about looking at some of the folks that are involved with Franklin Charge is Franklin Charge just isn't a group of Civil War battlefield preservationists. Franklin Charge is Franklin. Franklin Charge is the community of Franklin. I mean, it's from every walk of life, it seems, that involve this community. And the effort that you all have made, as I said, is just outstanding. And it happens for a lot of reasons, but one category of reason, the most important category of reason, is people. It's people that make a difference. What you all did was not just get into politics and be serious about preservation, but you got the whole community involved. And the consequence of this is that we're doing some things, you are doing some things in this community that make the Civil War Trust and its 55,000 members want to get involved and make serious financial commitments. But everybody is involved in this, and everybody is a winner. Because more than anything else, the winner isn't preservation, the winner isn't Franklin Charge. The winner is the community of Franklin. And it's not about preservation. It's not about history. It's about quality of life. You are making this community better. And not only are you making it better as just a nice place to live, but you're making it better economically. Because tourists are going to come here. And they're going to leave money. Because there's something to come here foresee it. And to come here and spend some time. And heaven forbid something to come here and learn about your American heritage, which Franklin just happens to have a nice chunk of that nobody else in the world has or ever will have. But it's about people in the end. And there's some people I'd like to mention, and I'm going to apologize to you in advance. I know I'm going to leave some people out. There's just some people that came to my mind when I was coming down here. And I want to mention them at the risk of offending some people that I should mention and just don't because I'm dumb or can't remember or whatever. One is Calvin and Marilyn Leahy, who I've never met to my knowledge. But you all know the story, but let's say it again. I think Marianne Pierce was having a confab, and he was on a panel, and somebody said, "What would you do for preservation if you were king for a day?" And a couple of them talked, and he stood up and said, I'd like to be king for a day, and I'm going to pledge $200,000 to Franklin Charge to save battlefields. That's wow. I mean, that's impressive. And that's leadership. Rob and Kay Hell are here. I don't think they're here, but Rob used to be chairman of the old Civil War Trust, and he's a guy that I've known for a long, long time. He and his wife, Kay, I suspect mainly Kay, that's just my opinion, have ponied up the last money for this particular last fund drive to buy the thing and destroy the thing behind us. Marianne Pierce, where's Mary Pierce? There she is. Speaking of the devil, Mary, I say that with affection. The executive director of the Heritage Foundation. Not everybody does know. But she's the czarina of the Heritage Foundation, and she's a hellraiser and a great lady. And it's just on one of them. Give her a round of applause. And where is Marianne Shore? There she is. Now there's another devil. And the reason I know that is because Mr. Transportation told me that. But there's another leader. There's another mover and a shaker.
And Mr. Jim Lighthizer, we're both from Somerset, Kentucky. Mill Springs Battlefield.
Boy, that must be a terrible ghetto. At any rate, great lady and another leader. Stacy Watson, who is sick with pneumonia, I'm told. God bless her. And Angela Calhoun. Is Angela Calhoun here? The pizza ladies, right? And Mary Pierce, I think, came up with the idea of selling $1,000 pizzas and delivering a pizza from Domino's for $1,000 and raised $100,000. Great idea, but better than that, a very, very effective idea. And by the way, Paul Gaddis said he never got his pizza. I wanted to share that with you. I got Marianne. Okay, this is not nice, but certainly not least, but just a couple more people. One of them is Robert Hicks, and I saw Robert and I had a chance to visit with him. He is a golden-tongued, silver-throated devil himself. He is eloquent, he is persuasive, he is a leader. I can remember Robert giving me a tour. My wife and I toured, 7, 8, 9 years ago, of Clarnton. It's a great tour, beautiful house, I love it. And I remember looking out that window, and I said, Robert, you've done a heck of a job. Everybody's done a great job that's connected with you and what you work for and who you work for and with. You got to concentrate on what's outside that window, which is the ground, which is the battlefield. And I don't know if he paid any attention to me or even remembers it, but I do know he got involved in saving what was outside that window. And Robert, I commend you for your extraordinary leadership. He is persuasive. He's not. And the last person I want to mention is the ex officio Mayor Franklin, the guy with the big dent in the side of his pick-em-up truck, and that's Julian Bibb. Where is Julian? Julian is he terrific or what? He's just, I mean, he's terrific. I can't say enough good things about him. He's not only an extraordinary lawyer and an extraordinary citizen of Franklin who gives more of his time than he probably should. Certainly his law partners would agree with me on that. But he's been a catalyst in so many ways. And Julian, I count you as a personal friend. I admire you, and I cannot say enough good things about what you've done here at Franklin and battlefield preservation. You're a Terrific. And the last person I'm going to mention, I keep saying the last person, but it's Ernie Bacon. I saw Ernie in the back there, and Ernie is, remember meeting with him 12 years ago. That's my great man. Oh, by the way, did I tell you that Civil War Trust yesterday raised the last amount of money needed to pay for part of the Cameron Strip Center? You guys have done yours. That bad is clear and free and clear. We own it. We don't have any debt on it. Congratulations to you all. Congratulations to you all. The last duty that I have, and it's a privilege, is to introduce the next speaker, and that's Commissioner John Shore. And let me just tell you